Good evening, everyone. This is Pradeep, Ambassador of Change from GETI, Global Education and Training Institute. And we are from Lucknow. We are the premier training institute in all of India, and we have many in-service and free-service programs. For more information, please go to 740-840-1000. You are on our disruptive education platform. On this platform, we have met with more than 1,000 educators from India and all over the world, and this has been provided to us by our mentor, Dr. Sunita Gandhi. This evening, we have for you Mrs. Neelam Rai. She is the Welbeing Incharge of Vidya, Devi, Jindal School, a very famous school, IBSC school in Hisar, Haryana. She's a PGT in economics and has 27 years of experience, 8 years as a house mistress in pastoral care, 3 years experience as examination in charge. Welcome, ma'am, and she will be speaking to us on parental control versus parental supervision. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pradeep, sir. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I'm today talking on a very sensitive and important topic, that is parental control versus parental supervision. Friends, sometimes we get confused or we take both the topics or both the concepts same, but they are not same, they are different. So let me talk about parental control and parental supervision in detail with reference to the parenting style which we all have, and we get confused with what we are doing with the children are beneficial for them. Sometimes, no doubt, we all do the things for their benefit, but sometimes we are not aware what we are doing is right or wrong. So friends, I'm trying just little bit of my experience to share with you and little bit of examples to give you. If you have any queries, you can ask after the presentation. I'll surely be ready to solve those or answer those queries. So, the nature balance, too much and too little. So we should not be too much or we should not be too little. With children, sometimes we become overly protective and sometimes we just ignore because we are so busy with our own tasks. So actually, we should nurture the balance. That means neither it should be too much nor it should be too little. So we should balance between both. So if we talk about parenting style, see, every parent is having their own way of doing that. Some permissive, some assertive, and most of the time we become aggressive because we feel we are adult, so we have all rights to become aggressive with the children. So in that way, I'm going to deal with all the characteristics, and you all will be able to decide whether you are right or wrong or how to balance wherever you are wrong. So if we talk about permissive style, evading discipline issues, begging for cooperation, acting fluttered, plus and then being unclear or indirect. Sometimes we say, beta, can you do this for me? Or can I do this for you? It's like you have given up in front of your children. We are not supposed to do in that way. We are adult, so we are supposed to behave in that way. We should not be the beggars in front of them. So what result comes out of the permissive style of our parenting? The child or the children we have, they stop respecting us. They'll feel they are dependent on us. They feel that parents are not adult, rather they are taking all the decisions from us, so we are the superior ones. We should not give such type of thing also. Okay? There should be proper limits which need to be set, and we should not give too much power to them and we should not give little power to them. So there should be a balance. and he does not, or the child does not learn to be responsible to fulfill obligations, because we are doing everything for them. So we are not giving responsibilities to them. We are just working like servants or begging them to do the things. So you know what happens as a result? Your child will not build up healthy self-esteem. It will also damage the relationship between you and your child, because you know, when you are begging, they will accept that, but later on when you will try to give them some suggestions, they will not be ready to listen to you. So if we talk about another type of, which is most commonly found, that is aggressive, because being adult we always try to be more powerful, and due to that, you know what happens, especially in case of adolescence, there is a power struggle between parents and the child. We always accuse them, you have not done this, you don't know how to do it, you don't know how to behave it, you should know how to do it. And you know, sometimes what happens when guests come, we expect them to behave the way we want. Sometimes tricking, teasing, humiliating child also happens. Like if some guests are there and you try start scolding them for not doing something, that is humiliation. And you know, humiliation is not good for anyone. So we should not be like that. Start giving punishments. We should be rigid. We shouldn't be rigid. Then what we do, sometimes certain informations we feel they are children, they should not listen, they should not hear, they should not know. We try to hide these informations, and then strict rules, you should not go there, you should not do this, you should not sit there, you have to follow everything. These are the characteristics of aggressive style which need to be avoided. Now, dear parents, you know what happens due to that? The self esteem of the child you are damaging. You are breaking the relationship, because when they will grow up, they will all the time remember that when was the time when they were humiliated, when was the time when they were not taken care in a proper way. So you know, these type of families sometimes lead to rebellious behavior of the children. They start revolting against everything after a certain period of time, even if you are saying a sweeter thing, a better thing, a beneficial thing for them. But you know, their experience with you will not give them good way to accept that. So what we have to do then? The midway. And that midway is assertive style. You know, assertive style is neither you have given up nor you are superpower. So sometimes you and sometimes me. So there should be a deal between parent and a child. There should be always, they should look at us like we have a problem, and we can take decisions from them. We can ask suggestions from them. And when they are in trouble, we should be ready with open arms to accept. If they do something wrong, they can come to us, they can share, and rather than giving them scolding, they should get a way out to come out of that issue. So how to identify that our style is assertive or not? So you know, persisting until your requests are followed. So you keep on enforcing the things, listening to your child's point of view. Like if there is some issue in the family, you can call them, you can talk to them, you can take their point of view also. Like sometimes, you know, I have seen, like in class 11th, if a child wants to take commerce and parents are more interested in science, so they pressurize that. They are not ready to listen what the child wants to do, or what the child's ambition in for the future. So it should not be in that way. So you know what happens, the child will in pressure take that subject, but later on what will happen, the child will not be able to get the success in that, good score in that. Then finally what will happen, you and your child will land up in a situation where the bridging of gap, and you can say filling that gap will not be happening, and there will be delay in doing that. You know, after delay, there are certain things which cannot be repaired. So that situation should not come. For everything, if you feel it is not good, then you should not say that you should not do this. You should give reason for that, why they should not do that. If you will give reasons, certainly they will understand, yes, because of this reason, my parents or my elders or my well wishers are not willing to give me that chance to do that. So honest feeling need to be revealed. You should not just all the time saying something wrong, that I love you, I do that, I no. Because after a certain period of time they realize that whether you are honest or you are dishonest. Politely sometimes, when they become adamant, rather than just straight away saying no, I will not do anything, I will not do this for you, you can refuse and you can tell that, listen child, why I am saying this, there is a reason behind it. And sometimes we reach to a heated argument also. In that condition, what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to give a pause, give them also time to realize, to calm down, and then you also time to recapitulate, to self realization. And after maybe 1 hour or 1 day or 2 day, when you see that both the parties are in calm position, in cool situation, then you can further discuss that. So other than that, you should be showing empathy towards them. Reasonable consequences can be shown to them. you know you should accept your need to be in charge. Means you should tell them why you are in charge position, why you are so protective, why you are looking after them, and what they are expected to do, rather than just commanding or demanding from them. All the time we should not blame them. Why you have done, you reached to this conclusion because you have done like this, you have not heard me, you have done this. Rather than doing this, we should put some solution in front of them. We should directly request them. And sometimes we are so adamant being adult, which always leads to problem in the families, in the school. So those who are dealing with adolescents, the students of class 7th 8th and onwards, they need to be very flexible. Because we feel very bad that our children are not listening to them, listening to us. But can we ever realize that how many times we listen to them, we sit in front of them? Listening solves at least 90% of the problem. Everybody knows that everybody is not having solutions, but if you will listen, at least some problems, some issues of that person who is sitting in front, that is your child, may be reduced. That pain will be reduced, and maybe the child will be able to overcome that. So friends, if you will do that, you will be taken as a support by your child. They will feel safe in your hand. They will feel lovable, worthy of being cared for. And they will, what I said, they will feel listened, understood. Many times बहुत सारे बच्चे बोलते हैं, मेरे पेरेंट्स मुझे समझते नहीं, मेरे टीचर्स मुझे समझते नहीं, मेरे एडल्ट मेरी सुनते नहीं. These things will automatically get removed. They will get basic feeling of trust in relationship. Otherwise what happens, they start losing trust and they will stop trusting anyone. So we should be kind to them, then consider their point of view also, and we should make them realize that, see, this was your point of view and we are giving importance to your point of view. And in that way, what will happen? They will learn to tolerate frustrations, disappointments. When you see someone is there with you, all type of problems you are able to deal with. But you feel when you are alone, you feel that now what will happen? Nobody is there. How I'll overcome it? So, if you are there with them, they will tolerate the frustration. They will tolerate the disappointment. They will become responsible, start taking decision. They will become capable, independent. So, if we are aggressive, we are showing our need. If we are assertive, we are seeing their own needs, their needs, and accordingly we can work. So when you use an assertive style of parenting, your child start liking you, start understanding you. So dear parents, dear friends, dear fellows, there are some expectations by the current generation from you. That is, please listen to them, be respectful to them, because if you will give them respect, they will respect you. You have to be role model for them. Like you are lying in front of your child and you are expecting that your child should not lie. This will not happen. You have to give choices to them. You should not be, you have to do this only. No, you have to give options. You can do this also, you can do this also. Options always help to choose best. In that way they will also start analyzing the situation. Okay, they will get the habit of analyzing. We have to sometimes fix the rules, clear rules also. Like if you will do like this will happen. If you will do like this will happen. So they are not confused, they know what they're supposed to do. Sometimes we also cut our own ways. Like they say, पहले तो आपने ही ऐसे कहा था, आज आप ही बदल गए. So it should not happen. Whatever we say, we should follow that. So the rules should be very clear. They should not be confused, because if you are confused, they will stop trusting you. We need to praise also. Don't you think we also feel good when somebody praises us? So they are adolescents, they are children, they are our own children. So what is wrong in praising them? And then plan the things in advance. Plan ahead. You should not suddenly say something and then expect them to do. And whatever you do, you should be consistent. You should not be all the time with your changing mind. Sometimes you say this, sometimes you say that. In that way, you are breaking trust of your children. So, dear parents, your role really matters. Your role really matters to them. We have given them birth. We have given them life on this earth. So our role to us really matters. Role to them really matters. They look up to us. So we should not land up in such situation where they start feeling that these people are only the torturing people. These people are only the commanding people, the ruling people. Rather than they should see that these people actually care for us and they are ready to listen to us. So thank you so much. Now I am open for the questions. Pradeep sir, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, how would you, in your role, how would you discipline people, or correction as
You
they
know,
call it today?
because every day being a well-being in charge or being a teacher teaching adolescent students, especially class 11th and 12th, I every day come across situations where the children only need somebody to listen to them. Always it is not necessary to give them solution. And when they are indisciplined, when they are nobody is listening to them. If somebody they will find to confide with, they will become disciplined. I have seen the worst to worst conditions where children, the teacher or the parents say, ये बच्चा मेरा बिल्कुल सुनता नहीं है, ये बिल्कुल indiscipline हो गया, हमेशा revolt करता है. And I have seen just for 2 or 3 sittings, they start following you, they start admiring you, and whatever you say, they start doing that only. So I think listening is the basic thing to make them disciplined. And you should be the role model. You should not be expecting them to do something which you are not doing. You don't want to carry certain things and you want them to carry. So this will not work. See,
Okay.
being an adult, first we should be the role model. We many times we are sitting in a house and somebody calls and then we say to our child, "बोल दो मैं नहीं हूँ." What lesson you are giving to the child? That you can sometimes lie also, but this will not work. So we have to choose our words, we have to choose our steps, our actions, and then choose even our decisions. We should not be overloaded with the things which they are not able to understand. And this leads to frustration, and frustration always leads to indiscipline. This is my point of view of dealing with the children. And
Thank you.
in my 27 years of experience, I have realized that many students get affected, get benefit of it.
Thank you, ma'am, for that excellent talk on parental control versus parental supervision. And supervision, of course, is very, very important. We should not be controlling anybody. So,
Yes.
good evening, everybody.
First, we need to control ourselves and then control others. If you will control
Absolutely
yourself,
true.
automatically the others will get controlled.
True, ma'am, absolutely. So, besides this, I request you to watch our detox on our disruptive literacy movement by Global Dream, which has been uh, inaugurated by Mrs. Sunita Gandhi since 2014. And the whole idea is that everybody teaches one so that we ensure literacy and numeracy in every single one of our brethren and sisters in India. So
Thank you so much,
we have
sir.
many, yeah, we have many talks on this every day. And for more information, kindly visit 740-840-1000. So
Yeah, sure.
the whole idea is that everybody should be involved in this
Yes.
process.
Yes.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Neelam, ma'am, and
Thank you,
goodbye.
sir. Thank you for giving me opportunity to share my views
You're
and
most
share my
welcome, ma'am, and
experiences.
we are very happy to have you, ma'am. Once again, actually.
Thank,
Thank you
thank
so
you so
much.
much. Thank you, sir.